So I'm lucky enough to have multiple different hydroponic systems, and some of them actually have a draining hole. This one has a draining hole, so you just pull a little cork or rubber stopper out and put a bucket beneath it, and it just drains the water out. You're supposed to change the water in these hydroponic grow systems quite often, at least every 2-3 weeks, and at the max every 1 month, and add food. And if you don't, your plants will die and they won't get enough nutrients, and the water will be like diseased water. And so now, for the first time, I am going to actually dump out some of the water in one of my other hydroponic systems that did not have this little like spigot that you can actually, dump the water out easily. Oh no, some of them are very hard. So let's try a new type of method that I don't know, I came up with in my head, and see if it works. So this is like a method I just thought of doing. I don't know if this helps, but I got this type of thing called like what is this? This is a gas siphon. And it's for stealing gas, I guess. No, I'm kidding. But it's a siphon. I got this on Amazon, I think, for $13.99. And you're supposed to squeeze the bulb. And there's all sorts of ways that you could try to use this to make this work. And gravity is actually one of the things that are supposed to make it work. So this end here with the pump, you're supposed to stick this hose into whatever thing you're trying to drain. And then this has to go, this hose is the water that comes out of this system and goes down into your bucket. The issue is gravity. So you have to have the bucket lower and this hose over here lower than this pump. And I'm going to attempt it, and I don't know if we're going to have a mess on our hands, so pray for me. So this hydroponics grow system has been going for 1 month without one water change and without me adding any food or, the plant food. And so has this 1 month. And they do not have drainage little spigots. And oh boy, this is not going to be fun. So my thing is, I'm going to, you see, the problem is that you can dump it. You can dump the water out of these systems by lifting up these little pod trays. But then you're going to upend all your plants, and you might damage the roots doing that. And where are you going to put it down while you're cleaning this out and dumping it of all its water? Where are you going to put your plants? You're going to place it on a table so your roots can get all smashed up and broken? No, we don't want that to happen. So they do have a fill area. You can see that little cap in the right-hand corner. That little thing there, the rubber thing, the stopper comes off. And the same with this one. And let me get my hands in there, and you see it right down there. But the issue is that this is sort of a pain in the rear end. And I sort of did not want 1 month to pass, and I was waiting for me to actually give up on these systems because of having to do this. But maybe my little invention with the bucket and the gas siphon will work. So let's see what happens. So it turns out I got really lucky with this system, and I didn't even know that it had this. So it has a drainage system. So we are going to pull the plug on this one before we try this method here with the other one. The other one does not have a drainage plug. So first things first, shut it off. You don't want the pump running with no water. So I'm going to shut the power off to the unit, and let's go. We're going to be in darkness. You ready? Okay, so now I have to place my bucket underneath the spigot, and let's go. So I placed something else underneath the bucket to raise it up higher. So I'm going to pull this over and over the bucket. And this is going to get messy. And here we go. You ready? Oh boy. Oh, let's take our gas siphon out. And yeah, you ready? I'm scared. I'm nervous. And I have dirt in my fingernails. I know you guys will write in the comments, ew. It's because I was gardening right before this. Okay. Oh, here we go. And the floodgates are opening. And yeah, it's like very relaxing to watch this. There we go. We got a trickle. And it sort of sounds like my plant is peeing. And here we go. Ugh. The water's starting to look like really murky and disgusting. All right, I'll be back. And then we have to fill this up now with, guess what? You can't use tap water. So I'm going to have to take my refrigerator and actually use the filtered water from the refrigerator and pour it in some kind of can, measuring can, to find out exactly how much water needs to be placed back into this unit. and then add the plant food. And we're almost there. And I can see roots in that little hole. Do you see that? All right, I'll be back. So if you have these hydroponics growing systems in your house, you cannot be without one of these. I am telling you right now. It's a big giant pitcher that holds 4 quarts, which is 1 gallon, and it is marked on the inside, so you know exactly how much water is going in there. So I had to figure out how much water this unit takes. I should already know this, but I forgot. So I'm going to fill this up with the filtered water from my refrigerator, and I'll be back. So I found out my unit takes 2 liters of water. So what I did was I made it go a little higher because the line on it goes a little higher than 2 liters. So now we're going to add the plant food. So most of these units come with plant A and plant B food, but I buy one from Fafa Grass, and you run out of this mighty quick. And I have about 6 boxes of this. And it's great because you don't have to put A and B in. It's all in one. So you just measure it in the cap. And so we're going to need for 2 liters. Let's see. What does it say? And we'll find out. And hold on. You can look at the cap for a moment. Okay, so for 2 liters, let us see. It says, I can't even see. Can you? No, I think we're all blind. There we go. 2 liters is how many milliliters? Oh my God, this camera is awful. Wait, hold on. 2 liters is 8 ml. And we went a little more, so we'll do 9 ml. Okay. So you don't want to put too much of the food into the water, otherwise your plants will actually yellow and die. Since I added about another quarter to another half of, the amount of water that it needs, I'm going to put about 9 in there, even though it said 8. All right, so I'm going to drop it into the water after I add the water to the tank. Let's go. The issue with a pitcher like this is it's very oddly shaped. So trying to pour the water into that teeny tiny little hole on the top of the plant hydroponic system is going to get messy. It's going to go all over the place. So I'm going to have to add this to a watering can. So you can see this is a lot of work. And that has a long skinny spigot. And this is the type of watering can I'm talking about. All right, so I'm going to have, what a pain in the butt. So I'm going to have to add this water to here and then to the hydroponics. I'll be back. Okay, so it's in the watering can. So always don't forget to put your rubber stopper in, because I would have, if I didn't just notice it on the table, I wouldn't have done this and it would have just came right back out. So the beauty of this system is it has a window on it, so you can see when your water reached the proper level, and keep a bucket under it because you're going to make a mess. And here's the filling hole, and I'll be back. Okay, so the water is now filled into that little window, and it's at max, a little higher than max. That's why I went to 9 mLs, and now we're going to add the plant food. So it's time to add the plant food. Now, I'm really, really, really not too thrilled about doing the other one. The other one's making me really nervous. I'm going to have to use that siphon. And let's add this in. And now we're going to just turn it on to get the pump. If you heard my dog choking, it's because he was chewing on a bone and he's being a jerk. Okay, here we go. Let's get the plug on. And let's start this baby up. And now, look at my dog, all out of breath and stuff. He's running around the house playing. Okay, so the pump is moving, and that's a good thing because now it's going to move the plant food throughout the system. So now everything is okay. Now we got to move on to the next, and I'm not too thrilled about that. Okay, so we have a design flaw here. How am I going to stick the siphon in this hole if they have that there? It's not going to happen, guys. So, yeah, this is a problem. This is a really, really big conundrum. So I guess the only other thing I can do is take my weakest, smallest, puniest plant out and use that as the area where I'm going to try to pull the water out. And oh God, there's loads of roots in there. Oh boy. And it turns out they broke off. Oh no. Okay, so this is okay. It only has one little puny root. No wonder. Okay, we had no action really going on there. All right, now we have to figure out how we're going to do this. Oh, God. All right. So, I guess stick the tube in here, right? Stick the siphon and here. And make sure that the bucket is right there. So push that in. And let's give this a whirl. All right, you ready? I'm going to squeeze. Oh, wait. It says something on there. What does it say? Off and on. Oh, okay. I have to turn it to on. Hang in there 1 second. I'm going to put you down. Not like a dog or euthanasia. Okay, off, on. Okay, so I just twisted this to on. And hopefully this will work. Hang in there 1 second. Okay. And squeeze. Oh, it's working. It is working, guys. I think it's working. And I had water in there already, which was really stupid. So let me just hold this hose up and make sure water is coming out. And it is. And it's working. This was the best $13.99 I ever spent. That's for damn sure. I'll be back when this is all emptied out. So when it gets to the end, it gets much harder to get the water out. So you have to keep squeezing the bulb. All right, so now I'm going to fill up my water. And, okay, this is actually a good thing. So this siphon is actually a home run, guys. Okay, so this system takes 3 liters of water max. Actually a little bit more than 3 liters. But I filled up my measuring cup with 3 liters. So now we're going to dump it in. And then we're going to add the plant food. And if you hear a timer going off, I set timers to remind me of things, because such as this. And so what does 3 liters get? And I'm blind. I can't see. 3 liters is 12 ml. Okay. Now I made sure the pump was shut off. Always make sure your pump is shut off when you do this. Is my pump shut off? I just have to make sure. Yeah. Oh, it's on. Uh-oh. Oh, no. What am I saying? It is off. You see it flashing. So I'm going to turn it back on. Okay, so when it's steady, it's on. All right, and you will make a mess. You will spill all over the place if you get lazy like me and not put your water into one of those watering cans that have a long, skinny spigot, and that'll actually get absorbed into the pods. Let's add our plant food, which is 12 ml, and let's go. All right. And now the pump is going to take care of mixing it into the plant, into the plant's water in the tank, thank goodness. And we have a holy mess here. And down there as well, the floor is soaked because I spill. I'm very clumsy. Now you know why I didn't want to have to do this. So we're going to put the plant back into its little pod, and hopefully it wasn't damaged in the making of this video. And I'm trying to get under the petunias there. Okay, there we go. And now it's back, and hopefully everything will grow. Now I will tell you something about the plant food. Now this was a full brand new bottle, and I only used it on 2 hydroponic systems. And look at it already. This full bottle of 100 ml plant food is almost all gone. Well, actually I used it on a 3rd system. So on 3 hydroponic systems about this size, you will be less than half of the bottle. So if you're going to buy plant food, buy a lot of them, because you're going to run out pretty quick. And the fafa grass is great because you don't have to mix different plant foods together. So I hope my video has helped you to learn how to actually empty these systems out and replenish them with plant food. And you can see the mess that I made. I mean, it's an absolute and utter disaster. I don't know if you could see that, but yeah, that's not cool. And you will have water all over the place. If you have carpets, make sure you take it to the shower. It would be better if you took it to the shower, but I was too lazy, did not feel like unplugging these systems. And so I was able to shut them off with their on-off switches. Make sure your pump is off if you're doing this. If you have a special button for the pump, make sure it's pressed. If you have a button that you have to turn the whole system off to get the pump off, turn it off. So I hope my video has given you some information for your first time of cleaning out these pain in the butt systems. It is a pain in the butt to have to do this, but thankfully it's only once a month. So long.